Oh, there we go. And ladies and gentlemen, I just spent the first minute and a half on the stream not realizing that my mic wasn't even turned on. We're here right now. Guys, hope you're doing well. My name's Lucky. This is Coast Watch Football. And we are just a minute and a half into our USA-Vietnam watch-along. Apologies for that technical delay. Early concern here for the USA. The stretch looks like it's being brought out. So barely 30 seconds in, and the USA fans over there in Auckland looking concerned. Very concerned. This is not the start they wanted. Valhoon, Barry's here. Thanks. I should have checked the chat. You guys knew it wasn't working. It took me a while to realize, but we are good now. Cheers, Barry. How you guys going? Saturday morning. Today's going to be massive. Okay, well, actually, the good news is, coming back to the injury, it looks like the stretch is not going to be needed, which is good from a USA point of view. So, huge underdogs today, Vietnam. Tan Lee's in here. How's it going? How's it going? Good to see you guys jumping in the chat nice and early. We're a couple minutes into this one. Long ball over the top. Great early chance for the US. Alex Morgan's in the mix. Can they get the shot away? Morgan's shot is blocked. There's so many Vietnamese defenders in the road. And this could potentially be one of those games, just like the one we saw last night between Spain and Costa Rica, where Vietnam, just like how Costa Rica were the underdogs last night, just defend in numbers. And you could see there, Vietnam got 5 defenders behind the ball so quickly. So eager to defend. Pamela's in the chat. How's it going? Says, watching this at 3 a.m. South African time. Pamela, I love the commitment. Middle of the night. Hello from California, says Joseph. Great to see we've got some viewers from around the globe. Hope you guys are doing well. It is just after 11 o'clock here, 11 a.m. On the east coast of Australia. And over there in New Zealand, it would be, I believe, 1 p.m., I think, kickoff. This game being played at Eden Park in Auckland, New Zealand. This is the first of 2 watch-alongs we're doing today. We'll also be live later on tonight for England v Haiti. A lot of people eager to see how England fare at this tournament. So, set piece for the USA. Flicked into a dangerous position. The header's gone wide. So, not surprisingly, it is the Americans who are looking strong early on in this contest. All right. USA will certainly be looking at the Netherlands game as being that real tough one. That'll be the match that'll really test them. Pamela says, yeah, the time difference still gets me. It's handy. I got to say, being in Australia, we're used to sort of having to get up at 2, 3 a.m. for World Cups, for Premier League and stuff like that. So I got to say, it's really just a few days in. It's really nice having a tournament where it's actually on while we're usually awake, which is nice. So Vietnam have a free kick. Just need the halfway line. What do you guys think of this USA kit? At a distance, it looks like just your classic white shirt, blue shorts, white socks, but it's got this spotty pattern on the shirt. Excuse me. Couple early fouls here, though, just showing that Vietnam are probably up for this one. Vietnam, you can see here, though, when USA have the ball, Vietnam are just setting up a defense. Oh, it's a great chance here. Super chance. And that's what a save. Well, we saw it last night from Solera, the Costa Rican goalkeeper. She was on fire against Spain, made so many saves. And USA with a brilliant opportunity. But it looks like it's going to be called the other way. There was a foul in the lead-up from Rodman. What an early chance, though. Still, though, despite the foul, I mean, that's a great confidence booster for the keeper to make that save with the leg. Very well done. We saw in Spain, Costa Rica yesterday, it was Spain who got 3 goals in the space of like 7 or 8 minutes. And that came all in the first half as well. Andrew, how's it going? Says, my prediction is the USA to beat Vietnam by 5 goals or more. Watching from Ndola, Zambia. Andrew, thanks for tuning in. We saw you in yesterday's streams as well, Andrew. And 5 goals, I could easily see it happening. I mean, just the gap in quality, I think, is going to be a lot for Vietnam to handle. We know USA are just so strong. I mean, number 1 nation in women's football. In my predictions video for the tournament that I did a couple weeks ago, there's some people suggesting that maybe USA are sort of past their best, and maybe won't necessarily perform all that well at the tournament. But I mean, they've shown when it comes to tournament mode, they're strong. They're very, very strong, the US, and they will be strong against again here, I think. And aiming for that three-peat, man. Aiming for the three-peat. They know they won the last 2 tournaments. They're going to head into this one with a lot of confidence, thinking that we can easily do it again here. And a win against Vietnam to kick us off would be awesome for them. That's for sure. I've just checked the win probability on Google is 98.7% to the US. Only 0.2% to Vietnam. Absolute domination. Vietnam with a chance to create something here, though, in the opposition half. Costa Rica barely had any possession yesterday against Spain. But Vietnam, in the opening 10 minutes here, getting themselves on the ball. USA pretty quick to close them down. And it's sort of just bouncing around midfield at the moment. USA looking to spring forward now, finally. Here we go. Oh, cut out well. So, I like this setup from Vietnam. They're holding up pretty strong so far. Backing the underdogs in this one, man. Jessica's here. Says, morning, mate. How are ya? I'm doing very well. Good to see you here. Looking to move down the left. The delivery's all right. USA still on the attack here. Looking to create a chance. Haven't had a shot on target yet. That one early was ruled off because of the foul. So, 10 minutes in, USA 0, Vietnam 0. USA with a better field position and controlling things as we'd expect. But a few shots so far, but nothing super threatening. Saturday morning, man. Saturday morning football. Does it get any better than this? Massive day of football today. Zambia, Japan later today. We'll be live for England, Haiti. And then kicking off later on, it's 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, will be Denmark, China. Which should be a good game too, actually, that one. So a few more groups. Their matches being played today. And then 3 more games tomorrow on Sunday. We'll be live for Sweden v South Africa tomorrow. That kicks off at 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Fox from right back makes the throw. Oh, a chance down the left here. Is that going to roll out? It is. So the USA, not necessarily playing. I mean, I don't know if it's right to be comparing it to sort of the Spain-Costa Rica game, but still sort of getting into their groove, I think, a little bit here, USA. They're not necessarily getting in the box too many times. They've got it in the opposition half, but they're not quite finding a route into the box just yet. Good number of fans there at Auckland too, by the looks of things. Plenty of Vietnamese fans. You can see there's plenty of red shirts. Valhoon says, not much sleep this weekend with the amount of football on. That's right. I mean, today's going to be huge, right? Today's going to be huge. We're starting at 11 my time, and it finishes at midnight. So it's 13 hours, basically. But there's a few hours gap between this one and the next game between Zambia and Japan. Pamela, who's from South Africa, says, I'll have to wake up at 7 a.m. for the Sweden-South Africa game. There you go. 7 a.m. It's interesting hearing all the different times people getting up for. And it's cool. I guess it makes sense. You know, a lot of these USA games, they're on quite early. We saw the Canada game on early yesterday at 12:30 local time. And it's I'm pretty sure it's just basically to like accommodate for those viewers in those time zones, right? Because over in the US right now, I mean, what's the time? I mean, we had Joshua earlier. He's tuning in from California. I think it's like prime time, nighttime. Oh, here's a great chance for the US. It's 1-0. Very nicely finished. They finally cut through. And they've broken the deadlock in the 14th minute. Nicely done. Nicely done. Josh is in the chat as well. Hey, how's it going, mate? Good to see you here. You've arrived at the perfect time to catch a US goal. Nice finish. Really nice play. Really, really good. Sophie Smith. Look at that flick on the back heel, though, from... Oh, my gosh, that was beautiful. Beautiful from Morgan. I mean, that's what you get from Alex Morgan, the experience. She knows what it's like playing at this level. And the slickness of that back heel, that assist was beautiful. And it's Sophie Smith who finishes coolly. So, quarter of an hour in, USA have their lead. Very nice. Very nice. So how did Vietnam respond to that? That's the question. We saw yesterday Costa Rica conceded really quickly straight after. Keeper claims it here for Vietnam. So it's important, I think, that Vietnam really just make sure that they don't allow an onslaught to begin here, because Spain scored, 3 goals in 7 minutes yesterday? Great assist that, says Josh. Indeed it was, man. Dude, it was beautiful. It was really, really nice. Really, really nice. And just the awareness as well from Alex Morgan, just to know that Smith was making that run inside, and it was like perfectly weighted to, like that back heel, like it wasn't too far ahead or behind or anything. Of course, debut, as they're mentioning here on the broadcast. It's a Women's World Cup debut, Sophie Smith. Scores on debut. How many games are you watching today? We'll be live for two of the 4 games today, so we're going to be live for this one, obviously, and we'll also be live for England v Haiti. England v Haiti is the other one we're going to be watching. Raiders Kings, no worries, mate. All good. Hope you're doing well, Raiders Kings. Saw you in yesterday's streams. Nigeria, Canada. Some fun games yesterday. And it's going to be interesting to see, will we continue the trend of having a penalty in every single game? In all 5 games so far this tournament, we have had penalties. 3 have been missed and only 2 have been scored, which is pretty remarkable. There's been some good goalkeeping performances. Nigeria's keeper yesterday she was fantastic. And Solera, the Costa Rican goalkeeper, she was brilliant against Spain despite conceding 3 goals. Do you watch the other ones on and off stream? Yes, yeah, of course, yeah. Definitely keep an eye on the other ones. So in a few hours' time after this, we've got Zambia, Japan, which I'm pretty sure that one's being played in New Zealand as well, down at Hamilton. Then we've got England, Haiti, which is the first game being played at Brisbane for this tournament. And then to finish us off, Denmark v China, which, if I'm not mistaken, is being played over in Perth, right? Josh says, I've watched every game so far and want to keep that up. Yeah, for sure, hey? I mean, that's great. Being here in Australia, and like if you're in Australia, New Zealand, it just really works out with the time zones. We can catch all the action. Whereas in other World Cups, it was a bit tricky to do that. You'd have to take an all-nighter just to watch all the games, eh? When is the first game in Australia? I assume you mean today, Raiders? Like, as in when is the first game today kicking off? This one kicked off at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. my time on the east coast of Australia. Over in Auckland, local time where this game is being played, it's kicking off at 1 p.m., I believe. Pamela says, I'm looking forward to Zambia v Japan. Zambia aren't a team to be underestimated. Plays at 9 a.m. I believe that's South Africa time. Yeah, very excited to see that one, man. I mean, Zambia should be favourites. Japan should be favourites. They've got good experience in the World Cup, but Zambia making their debut. We'll be really, really excited to be performing on this world stage. And could cause an upset here. We already had one major upset in the very first match, seeing New Zealand defeat Norway. Since then, we haven't quite seen, I wouldn't say any of the other results have been upsets. We saw Switzerland defeat Philippines. Nigeria 0, Canada 0. I mean, some people might consider that an upset, but I mean, both teams are very even. And of course, we did see Spain pretty comfortably defeat Costa Rica yesterday. And so far, 20 minutes in, USA hold a 1-0 lead over Vietnam. Vietnam just unable to push out of their own half at the moment. Josh talking about the underdogs, like all the underdogs to do well. I mean, yeah, hopefully we'll see more upsets, and I'm sure we will. We're going to for sure. Zambia, could they be the ones to do it? Haiti have a huge test coming up against England. Haiti making their Women's World Cup debut as well. Denmark-China is an interesting one, though. That's going to be the last game on today. Denmark-China is going to be fascinating just because they are ranked right next to each other in the rankings. I'm pretty sure like Denmark, if I'm not mistaken, is 13 and China's 14. So it's one of those ones where it's like, it's pretty open. There isn't necessarily like a favorite, right? Wise in the chat says, if USA win less than 5-0, that's a win in my book. What is your final score prediction for this game? I'm gonna go 4-0. I'm gonna go 4-0. Good chance here. Smith is in. Oh my gosh. The block was crucial there. What a chance. I think it was DeMello who got the strike off in the end. So as I mentioned earlier, USA haven't necessarily had like chance after chance, like the way Spain were yesterday. How many shots is that now? Let's have a look. That's like 5 or 6 shots. It's 5 shots now for the US, 0 to Vietnam. And it was DeMello who came really close to doubling the lead there. But as long as Vietnam can just hold the US to 1, Try and get the ball up the other end of the field. Try and get their attackers in behind. Use a long free kick. Come straight back. This 4-3-3 formation, it worked really well for Spain yesterday. We saw that 4-3-3. They were just cutting apart Costa Rica. And it's a similar sort of 4-3-3 setup here for the US as well. Spencer's here. How's it going? Says, good morning, Vietnam. Spencer, I hope you're doing well. Exciting for yourself, Spencer. Queensland hosting their first World Cup game tonight. England v Haiti, which we'll be doing a live watch along for. Bun me or burger? Gotta go burger, man, unfortunately. I don't know if I've ever had bun me, to be honest. I can't recall. We've got some grapes here, everyone. Drop in the chat right now. Drop in the chat right now. What's your snack of choice? We've got some grapes here. We're starting off with some fruit. I'll do my best not to crunch into the microphone. But drop in the chat, what's your snack of choice? And this is going to be interesting because we've got some viewers from all around the world here. So we've got some people watching in the middle of the night, watching it like prime time, watching in the morning. Yeah, man. Spencer says, I'll be in the stadium next Thursday. Tilly's to beat Nigeria 2-0. Spencer, so excited for you, man. It's going to be awesome. It was a great vibe seeing the Matildas against Republic of Ireland in Sydney the other night. Chicken twisties, nice. I haven't had chicken twisties in years, man. I can't remember what they taste like. Chicken twisties. I legitimately think it's like over 10 years since I tasted a chicken twisty. Cheese is superior, though. I feel like cheese is the more popular flavor of twisty, though, right? Surely? I don't know. USA, with that high pressure, winning the ball back. DeMello losing possession. And it's a throw. Spencer asks, thoughts on the Wanderers kit? I think it looks great. I agree with you, Spencer. It is really, really nice. It is really, really nice. Adidas. I like the 3 stripes on the top. I released a YouTube short talking about it, so check that out if you want to as well. I dig it. I think it's really, really nice. Really, really clean. Weddle's in the chat. How's it going? Says, this is an early game. Indeed it is. It's a festival of football vibe. USA have earned a corner here from Smith. Festival of football here. And, yeah, it's good vibes, man. It's good vibes. A big day of football today. Toast with honey, says Pamela. Nice. Nice. I wouldn't call that a strange combination. I think honey and toast works. I guess you could consider honey a spread. Cheese and chicken are both great. Yeah. All right, USA corner here. Alex Morgan close to the keeper. Chance for another goal here. DeMello's delivery. Nicely floated in. It's going to come away, and Smith is going to have to go backwards. Smith, the goal scorer, cleared away. 11:26. Yes, it is indeed. Thanks, Weddle. 11:26 a.m. Indeed, it is here on the the east coast of Australia. I forgot which coast I was on then. The east coast of Australia here, New South Wales. It is 11:27 now a.m. Nice. Nice, relatively early time for a kickoff. And then 3 games later tonight. Jayan says the Western Wanderers kit looks nice as well. Yeah, interestingly enough, I've seen some like mixed opinions on it. Some people thinks it's kind of average. I think it's really nice. And have you guys seen the away kit? Like I saw the home kit and I was like, this is beautiful. And then a few minutes later they shared the away kit and I was like, oh my gosh, this is even better. It's got like white with like gold on it. It's really nice. Spencer asks, how was the opening match for you, Lockie? How was your seating view? It was amazing. I was actually, I got last minute tickets too. Like we were going to be doing a stream for it. But literally on the day, I like managed to like get last minute tickets, which was awesome. And it was great. It was fortunately really nice tickets. It was really weird. It was in like a section where like the seats were, it's hard to describe. The seats were like padded, but it wasn't like they were just like category A tickets, but they weren't any, they were like the same price as all the other regular seats. So yeah, my view was actually amazing. And it was a great vibe. It's a fun vibe when you go along to these games. Oh, here's Morgan. Morgan, oh my gosh, what a chance. Alex Morgan has scored over 100 goals for the USA, but couldn't find another one there. Time to run. Ooh, I mean, that offside call would have been close. That was really close. That easily could have ended up in the back of the net. Her strike just goes across the face of goal. Great chance. Great chance. Dakita asks, is Vietnam overrated? I don't know if I'd say they're overrated. I think if anything, they're... Well, for me, they're not overrated at all because I don't think they're necessarily that highly rated, to be fair, as to start. They are definitely entering this game as underdogs. Probably entering the whole group as underdogs, to be fair. Oh, nice ball through. Morgan's in behind. Keeper's able to make the save. Kim Tan, the keeper for Vietnam, has already been called into action a couple times this game and has done all right. She's actually been pretty good. Offside flag probably should have gone up there on Morgan, though. Again, just sneaking offside there. Just sneaking offside. Troy's in the chat. Good to see Nigeria drew with Canada. Yeah. From an Australian point of view, yeah, that's perfect. How does she not score that, says Raiders, indeed. Couple little sights on goal for Alex Morgan, despite maybe being offside. Weddle says, still waiting for Glory to get an owner, manager, and fill many empty positions. Yes, Glory have a lot of work to do. I think their squad's not looking too bad, but yeah, they do need like a couple quality signings. Overall, it's not too bad, but yeah, especially after the way they lost that Australia Cup playoff match last week, yeah. Indeed. Josh says the keeper is doing well, to be fair. Yep. Yep, she's doing well. Spencer asks, has anyone checked out the FIFA Fan Fest? The one at Southbank Brisbane looks amazing. Yesterday we had Dom, who's a regular viewer of our streams here. Dom was at the Fan Fest, and he said it was really fun. He said it was a family vibe, and it was a really, really strong turnout. So yeah, I'm hoping to get down to some of the Sydney Fan Fests too, and I might do some content around those, which would be fun. USA's free kick into a dangerous position. Keeper's able to punch it away, and Vietnam get it clear. Yeah. How do you think victory will go next season, asks Brando. Brando, good question. It's a tough one. I think victory still need a few more signings. Oh, here's a chance for the US. We're going to come back to that, Brando. The strike, just wide. Just wide it was. I think it was Lindsay Horan with a hit, but her shot just goes to the left. Melbourne victory, Brandon. I think they will finish mid-table. I think they'll be competing to sneak into the 6. That's based off what they have with their squad right now. I still think Tony Popovich is a good coach, but I don't know. I didn't agree with his decision to play a very youthful squad in that Australia Cup playoff match. They need a couple key signings, I think, Melbourne victory. They should finish higher than last year. There's good enough players in that squad. Re-signing Roderick Miranda, I think, was really key for victory. They've still got Bruno Fornaroli, who I think is a good striker. I think they'll be competing to finish like 5th, 6th. But if they make like a couple major signings victory, like if they sign like a good, I think they need like a classy winger, like someone like Marco Rojas coming back, which I doubt will happen. They need to sign like a really solid winger, I think, and I think they'll bounce back. Who do you think will win? As a Vietnamese USA. USA should be too strong here. Yeah, I'm sticking with my 4-0 prediction. Vietnam, I'll tell you what though, we're half an hour in. It's only 1-0. Vietnam are doing a very good job of really contesting, and they're playing very physically as well. They're clearly playing without fear. Vietnam, they're not necessarily backing off. This could be a chance here. Sophie Smith, who scored the goal today, 1-on-1. Nice little move. Cross is blocked. See, this is good. So even though USA aren't like dominating possession, obviously, Vietnam, I think they'll be okay with the way things are going. They're holding on. Weddle, I just missed your question just before. Did you hear about the rumor with Fellaini? I did. Yeah, that one was circulating a couple weeks ago. We'll see if it eventuates. Excuse me. It'd be cool. It'd be cool to have someone of Fellaini's quality in the A-League. They should captain Miranda, says Brando. Yeah, I could easily see him being captain. Well, after Brillante's left, he could well be. Hey, Brillante's left. He was captain last couple of seasons for Victory. So yeah, Popovich might appoint Roderick Miranda, guy with plenty of experience. What else are we saying in the chat here? No worries, Spencer. Have a good one. Weddle's going to watch some NPL today. Very good. Josh asks, do you think the World Cup has been good so far? Dude, it's been great. It's been brilliant. I've been loving it. Caught every game so far. And it's been awesome. It's great having so many different cities involved. The variety of nations involved. The different storylines. Here's a chance for the US once again. What can they do here? Oh, she went for the trickery, Smith. Sophie Smith went for like a classic FIFA trick there. She earns the corner. Vietnam hasn't taken a shot yet. Indeed. They've barely gotten out of their own half, right? They've barely gotten out of their own half, Vietnam. Corner. American corner. Hung up high. Good. Head up, but just not quite going on through all the way through. Not enough power on that. And there is a US play down in the box. DeMello goes down. That's surely going to be a foul. No foul. No foul. Man. Do you watch any NPL? A little bit. Being a Mariners fan, we've got the Mariners polo on today. I like to catch some of the academy games. Who do you think is the biggest underdog? Says Raiders and Kings. I mean, someone like you got to look at there's a lot of debutants at this Women's World Cup. I mean, someone like maybe Zambia, South Africa, Morocco, Haiti. Haiti are massive underdogs too, coming into their first Women's World Cup as well. Yeah, there's quite a few. If I had to pick one, probably Haiti, actually. I think they've got a tough group, coming up against England, Denmark. It'll be really tough for them. So a bit of a stoppage in play here. So, isn't Fellaini currently playing in the Chinese Super League? I'd love to see him here. I believe he is, yeah. I think he's been there for the last couple of years. It'd be cool. And it'd be a decent signing for Glory. I think they need someone with like star power like that, like a big name player. So, 10 minutes remaining in this first half. It's USA 1, Vietnam 0. So Vietnam are absolutely still in this game. All it takes is one chance. Maybe one mistake from a US defender and Vietnam could be in. Oh, this is a nice play here. Vietnam. What can they create? Oh, that's a wayward pass. They still keep it, though. Vietnam still on the ball. Does break down now for them. That was decent, though. That was decent. And they get it cleared now through the keeper. They will earn a free kick here, the US. So, that was a decent little passes there from Vietnam. Some good passes, some good movement. Oh, dude, oh my God, that replay is beautiful. That trickery from Vietnam's number 9 on, I think it was Lindsay Horan. She got absolutely done. Passes completed, 129 for the US, 59 for Vietnam. Chance for Vietnam to counterattack here. They've won the ball back. Come on. Dude, I'm backing the underdogs. We're backing the underdogs. We got it, right? You got to back the underdogs. We got to back the underdogs. Mbappe is for sale too. Get him in the A-League. Can see him playing for Western. Oh my God, can you imagine? Can you imagine what a Haiti ranked in the world? Good question. Someone look it up. Dekeed says Vietnam's defense is going well, but Vietnam is carrying about defense too much. And maybe that's the plan for the first half. You know, we saw a similar thing with Costa Rica. Like, they were all defense in the first half yesterday. And then in the second half, they changed things up and went to a back four and pushed up a little bit more. So maybe Vietnam's plan is like, let's just hold it to 1. We're okay with the 1-0, a 1-0 being down 1-0 in the first half. And then in the second, as the game starts to stretch, we go on the counter and we snatch an equalizer. If Vietnam get a draw here, it's huge. It's huge. And it's absolutely on. But USA coming down the right. Fox for Smith. In the box for Morgan. Nice play from Alex Morgan. She has to go back to Smith. Sophie Smith goes down. Is that a pen? They're asking the question. In fact, it was Rodman, my bad. Rodman went down for the US. Here's the replay. Let's have a look. We've already had a penalty in every game so far. Ooh, there's a little bit of contact. There's a little bit of contact. There was a bit of boot-on-boot contact. It wasn't heaps. Oh, dude. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? I don't know, man. VAR, are they having a look? There's definitely contact. But we might have a check here. The VAR's having a word. Vietnam's having a word. Andrew in the chat says Vietnam goal could light up this game. The USA are wasting chances, and that might haunt them. Good point. Good point. Good point indeed. Tan Lee says that's a pen. VAR check. Here we go. VAR. So the VAR check is underway here, and this could be a big blow for Vietnam. I think they're going to award that, right? I mean, there's enough contact. If the challenge wasn't made, if there's no contact there, Rodman probably keeps going with the ball. That's a foul. Her left boot is taken out. Rodman's left boot is taken out. It has to be, right? Joyce is tough one to call. Raiders says, I don't know. By the letter of the law, that I feel like that has to be a penalty. I mean, I know it's not a lot, right? It's not like she's completely been taken out. But there's enough. Or are they looking at the ball? So I think they're freeze framing if the Vietnamese player wins the ball. I didn't even not think about that. Now, that's a fair point because you look at the ball and the trajectory of the ball. Did she get the slightest touch? I don't even know if... I'll tell you what, she probably does. Or is it... It looks like the ball slightly changes trajectory. Oh, my God. Got to be a pen, says JN. Ruben says, surely if they're looking at that, they're probably going to call it a pen. They're taking a long time. Referee's taking a long time with this one. And this could be, this is huge. This is a huge call because if this isn't a pen, it's still on for Vietnam to equalize here. But a second goal for the USA, well, it might be a bit too much for Vietnam to catch up on. The referee's call is penalty. Penalty has been awarded after an extensive look. And ladies and gentlemen, we have now had a penalty in all 6 games so far at this tournament. All 6 games has been a penalty. All 6 games, which is pretty remarkable. For me, that's the right call. I think there was enough contact there to award the penalty. Tanley says she missed the ball. Raiders says, let's go. Ruben says, yep, pen. So, it's going to be the experienced Alex Morgan to step up and slot this home. The left foot of the striker, 34 years of age, just before half-time, to give USA a 2-goal lead. 3 penalties out of 5 have been missed so far at this tournament. Only 2 have been scored. Alex Morgan to double the lead. Oh, it's saved! It's saved! No way! What? No way! The kid can't believe it. Incredible. 6 penalties. 4 saves. Out of 6 penalties, we've had a penalty in every game so far. There's only been 2 that have been scored. What a save. And that keeps Vietnam absolutely in this game. Could we be witnessing one of the all-time Women's World Cup upsets here? I know it's a long way to go. Vietnam still need to get up the other end of the pitch. But that's huge for Vietnam's confidence. It's huge for Vietnam's confidence. Kim Tan, the keeper for Vietnam, who made the save. What a save, says Josh. Wow, says Razor King. What? No way, says Troy. We can't believe it. No one can believe it. No one can believe it. And Alex Morgan, there's a bit of concern now because Alex Morgan is down and injured here. And I don't even know what happened. Did she get... Was there a collision potentially in the chase-in for the rebound? Alex Morgan looks all right. She's back to her feet. Can't believe that, says Raiders. I mean, Alex Morgan, you're back here to finish that. But I tell you what, I mean, I want to see a replay again of this penalty strike. It wasn't the best shot, was it? It wasn't. Troyce is loving this Vietnam side. And they're showing the fans in this. Dude, there's plenty of Vietnam fans in the stands. It's a really good number of Vietnam fans. And we're now into 8 minutes of injury time. So 8 minutes of injury time. So we're going to go all the way to 53. 8 minutes indeed, Pamela. So Alex Morgan set to come back onto the pitch after going off injured. I tell you what, it wasn't the best taken penalty. It was, even in the Spain game yesterday, it was Hermosa who took the penalty. And it was a similar thing where it wasn't that wide. It wasn't wide enough. It was a bit too central again. And what a great save from Kim Tan, the Vietnamese goalkeeper, who keeps Vietnam in this game. And I think the objective now for this remaining 7 minutes of injury time is going to be for Vietnam just to hold on, keep it to 1, get into the sheds, regroup, and they're going to enter this second half knowing that it's just going to take 1 goal and they can draw this game, which would be huge. Huge. Dekeed says 8 minutes is insane. It's a lot, isn't it? I guess, to be fair, I guess that VAR check took ages, hey? That was like at least 5 minutes, it felt like. Well, keeper was coming out for that one, but it's going to be a clearance from Ertz. A little bit of miscommunication in the back for the US. Vietnam on the attack here. Can you imagine if Vietnam equalise here before halftime? Lindsay Horan flicking it on. A chance for the US to push here. They've got forwards moving into the box. This is a nice run down the left, but it's a good block. Still in play. 6 minutes of first half injury time remaining. USA 1, Vietnam 0. An incredible save from Kim Tan, the Vietnamese goalkeeper, to keep her side in this game and keep the deficit to just the 1. Pretty remarkable stuff. Pretty remarkable stuff. So a free kick opportunity for USA from long range. Decent delivery. Troy asks, are you seeing these players' names pop up when they touch the ball? Must be an Optus Sport feature. That would be cool. I've got my phone here with the player names. Here we go. On the Optus Sport app. I've got the team sheets here. Okay. Dude, we are backing Vietnam all the way here. We love an underdog win. And after that penalty save, we could be set for a massive underdog performance here. Josh says the whole tournament has had 5+ stoppage time. It's a similar thing that we saw in the men's edition, isn't it? Just like really long injury time. I don't mind it though. More football. Let's do it. Oh, that was a high boot, surely. That looked like a high boot from the USA player. Anyway, we play on. Forward it comes for Sophie Smith on the left wing. Using a pace, and the delivery comes close to the goal. And that looks like it might be a corner. So, 4 minutes remaining in injury time. Still anything can happen. Priority for Vietnam is to not concede a second here before the break. If they can do that, it's a positive half. Lindsay Horan looking to hit it first time. The back heel from Morgan. And it's been cleared away here by Vietnam once again. The clearance stats for Vietnam must be skyrocketing right now. They've had so many clearances. So many. $14 shots for USA so far. None for Vietnam. 0 shots for Vietnam. It's been all defense. That has been the priority for them. The Vietnamese coach is holding a stopwatch right now. I love that. He must be timing the injury time. He's just got his stopwatch. I love that. I feel like that's so old school. I dig it. Josh says Vietnam are fighting hard. They are indeed. Like that. I mean, they're playing very physically. They're really competing well. They're applying pressure when USA step into their half too. Like we can see now, USA have the ball in the back line, but Vietnam pressing. Jan says Spain seemed like the best team in the World Cup so far. So far, that was definitely the best performance we've seen. I thought all the other games have been relatively even, but that Spain game was very one-sided. They were absolutely dominant. So they've definitely been the best. And comparing it with this game, USA haven't necessarily been tearing it up. I mean, 14 shots, but not that many on target. Spain, I thought, were definitely better in their game yesterday. Tanley says this Vietnam keeper is insane. Making great saves here. So, delivery's decent. Still on here, Smith strike. Oh, it's gone in. No. Sophie Smith has a double on her debut, but the flag's up. The flag's up. The flag's up. I thought it was a goal too, Pamela. I thought it was a goal too, and the fans in the stadium think so too, but it's offside. the fans, they showed the fans in the stadium. I just realized it was offside too. Oh, dude, is this offside? This is very close. It probably just is. Alex Morgan's shoulder, I think, is offside. Dude, is that... What do you guys think? I reckon it was offside. It was close, though. VAR are having a word, I think. Oh, they're checking. They're checking. This still could be a goal. Still could be a goal. Jan says, looks like the leg is keeping it on. It's there was a Vietnam's defender leg, and then one of the US players like Morgan's shoulder. I think that's what they're going to be looking at. But I think Morgan's shoulder, which is in, right, which is the furthest thing that was forward. I think that was just past the last leg. But it's going to be interesting to see the lines here. It's going to be interesting to see the lines. Josh says, I hope it's off. Ruben says, very marginal offside, but def's offside. Very close indeed. And this is a straightforward decision. She doesn't have to check a screen, the referee. She's just going to get the word. Is it going to be a goal? 8 minutes of injury time have expired. Make sure to stick around at halftime. We'll talk about some of the games coming up today. We'll do a bit of a Q&A in the chat at halftime here. If you guys have any questions around the World Cup or the A-League or anything else. Referee still waiting to hear confirmation. Her arm was off, says Troy. Referee was about to put the whistle to the mouth and took it away. She's still talking, and it's a goal. It's a goal. Well, I'd love to see the lines. We surely will. We all thought it was offside, but it stands. Goodness me, that must have been so close. Let's have a look at the replay. Well, Morgan looks offside for sure. Her shoulder's offside. I'd love to see the lines. They will show us the lines. They did it. They did it in yesterday's game. In the Philippines-Switzerland game, they showed us the lines. I want to see the lines because looking at it with my eyeballs, it looked offside. It looked offside. Troy says that's a rip-off. Ruben says I need to see those lines. I love how we're all low-key backing Vietnam here. So it's 2-0. It's 2-0. And it's Sophie Smith who has 2 goals on her World Cup debut. Wow. Wow. Vietnam looking to get forward here. Chance to sneak through. But across to cover it quickly there. The back line. Pamela says, I want to see the line. So iconic. Raider says, as a USA fan, that looks offside. It did, right? It certainly did. I don't know. Like, they're going to show us, right? Like, they usually show us, like, a bit after. They show us, like, that CGI image of, like, the bodies and, like, the lines. It must be so close. Like, it'd be... For it to be onside would be like, it's going to be like a millimeter separating them. So unlucky too, like for Vietnam as well, like coming off that penalty save this half and defending pretty well. 2-0. 2-0. 3 more goals to go, says Andrew. So... half-time here, Vietnam 0, USA 2. It's Sophie Smith who has the 2 goals on her World Cup debut. USA definitely the stronger of the two sides, but Vietnam, very admirable the way that they're playing this game. They will be disappointed with this scoreline. They wanted to keep it to 1. Hey, but look, it's still on. It's still on. Vietnam just need to get themselves on the ball a bit more, get themselves up the pitch. Troy says definitely similar to the men's World Cup stoppage time, as you say. Indeed, yeah. We ended up getting to, 11 minutes there, hey, after another VAR check. So, how do we feel about that one so far? The first of 4 games today will be live later today for England v Haiti, which I'm very, very much looking forward to. We've got Zambia, Japan, and then the last game today will be Denmark v China. 3 entertaining games yesterday. We watched Nigeria draw with Canada 0-0, which despite the 0-0 scoreline was a really entertaining game. Switzerland got a pretty comfortable 2-0 victory over Philippines. And then we saw Spain comfortably defeating Costa Rica. And as we were saying a moment ago, Spain, for me, definitely the strongest team we've seen in... Spain, definitely the strongest team we've seen in this World Cup tournament so far, that's for sure. They were absolutely dominant. And it's going to be interesting to see, especially for me, like Spain come up against maybe someone like a US, which that could be like a semi-final tie. Like a US, like an England, like a Germany. Because they were comfortably tearing up Costa Rica. But it'd be interesting to see how they would go against one of those sort of the top sides. USA, though, I feel like they're not playing at their full capacity, you know what I mean? It doesn't appear that way. It feels like they've still got another gear to go. And the US, of course, will be keeping an eye on the it's that Netherlands game, man, which is gonna be huge. That's gonna be an exciting game to watch. And we'll be doing a live watch along for that one as well. That's happening next week. USA Netherlands. Time for some halftime grapes. Thanks so much for tuning in as always. We've got the second half coming up around the corner. And our first of 2 live streams today. We're going to be live for England v Haiti, which is kicking off later tonight. Raiders asks, what are the odds the USA wins the group, in your opinion? High. Yeah, I think they'll win it. I expect Netherlands to win their 2 games as well. But against the US, that could be a draw. That could be a draw. We know Netherlands are a strong European nation. That could be a draw. Yeah, I could see that ending a draw. So in which case, then it might well come down to goal difference. And that's that's what's key for even these group stage games where maybe you've got one side that's dominating, like we saw Spain last night. Goal difference is key. So we saw last night Spain were pretty comfortable with settling for that 3-0 lead, and that's the way the game finished. But USA here, if they want to finish top, they might need to score 2 or 3 more here if they just want to go through on goal difference. Troy also says I could see Spain beating USA. Based off the way Spain were playing last night, I think they pretty well could. Yeah. Yeah, it would be an interesting matchup, that's for sure. That's for sure. They just played with so much. You can tell that they're a team that has so much togetherness. Spain, they know what each other are doing. They seem gelled so well, and they didn't even start Alexis Putellas yesterday. Spain, she came off the bench, but still without her, they're so strong, man. Really, really strong. Grape time. We're rocking the CCM polo today. Central Coast Mariners polo. Mariners released their away Australia Cup kit, I should say, the other day, which was okay. I'll be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It was fine, and a new kit manufacturer for the Central Coast Mariners this season as well. Interesting to see. It's like, I mean, this game, looking at some of the shots of the crowd, it seems pretty well full. I mean, I guess with the USA, you'd expect a lot of fans there as well. I think we've heard a lot of US American fans have come over for this one. John Aloisi, Western United coach John Aloisi's in the studio for the halftime chat. What a legend, John Aloisi. Andrew says, I disagree. I think Netherlands are the better side than the USA as of recent. Yeah, I mean, look, hey, I'd love to see Netherlands top the group and go through. That'd be great. But yeah, it'll be a huge matchup. We've got a couple group stage matchups which are like really, really huge games that are going to be like almost like pre-finals. USA Netherlands is a big one, and Brazil France. It's so cool that we're getting Brazil France in the group stage. Those will be two huge ones. We'll definitely be doing watch-alongs for both of those ones as well. Actually, let's have a look. I'm gonna have a look at some of the games that are coming up. I'm gonna have a look at some of the games that are coming up this week. Let's have a look. Pamela says the channel I'm watching is UST showing us. Oh, sorry, is showing highlights of the Philippines-Switzerland game, and at least they showed the offside properly. They did indeed. Yeah, I remember in that game. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, they showed like the actual lines. So surely they'll show us the lines here, right? Maybe in the second half we'll get a look. Maybe in the second half we'll get a look. I can't believe Alex Morgan missed that penalty. They're showing the highlights from the first half. What a moment. It was just like way too central. It was a similar thing with Hermoso's penalty for Spain yesterday. It was just like it's a weird spot to put a penalty, and it's pretty incredible to have only only two out of 6 penalties scored, which I still find remarkable. All right, let's have a look at the games coming up this week. So we have a big 3 games tomorrow: Sweden, South Africa, Netherlands, Portugal, France, Jamaica. That's all happening tomorrow as well. Yeah. Come. Does everyone want to meet a dog? Here we go. This is everyone meets Chanel. This is Chanel. Meant just autocorrect. This is Chanel, everyone. Our halftime visitor. Maybe Chanel could just stay here for the whole watch along. That's a cute dog. Thank you. Yeah, Chanel loves football, don't you? Don't you? Yeah. Yeah, you love football. Yeah. 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 So, second half just around the corner. 2-0. There's still a chance for Vietnam to come back. So cute, says Pamela. The Winter Football Festival continues tomorrow. Yeah, dude, it's non-stop at the moment, hey, with the games. We've got so many friendlies happening as well. I'll be honest, I haven't been keeping up to date with the friendlies as much, just because the World Cup's been on. Andrew asks Pamela, how do you think the Banyana will go in this World Cup? Good question. Interested to hear what Pamela thinks. Hi, Chanel. Does she also support the Mariners? Of course. Of course. We're going to get her a little... We're going to get Chanel like a little like yellow and blue, like a Mariners dog. Do they make those? I think they do, don't they? I don't know if Mariners make them, but like you can get like a dog coat that has like... Yeah, a little dog coat that has... bring the camera down. A little dog coat that has like your team's logo on it and what have you. Very good. Yeah, very good. Okay. You know what we also have to see in the second half is a shot from Vietnam. They haven't had a shot yet. Let's have a look at the stats, actually. Let's have a look at the stats. The USA shots, 17 shots for the US, 0 for Vietnam, 0. Possession stats, US have had almost 2/3 of possession, which isn't too surprising. So it's going to be a question of like, what are Vietnam going to do to like get themselves into a position to score or at least get a shot? Can they do it? Can they manage that? Hopefully they can. Got to kid her out. Probably something you can custom design on the internet. Yeah, surely, right? Little Mariners. Little Such Ghost Mariners jacket for Chanel here. Yeah. Ugh. It was actually much more comfortable back here. Should only be a few minutes till second half. Thanks so much again for you guys for tuning in. We've got... This is the first of 2 watch-alongs we're doing today. We'll be watching England v Haiti, which takes place at 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which I think that'll be like in the morning for England viewers, right? In the morning for England. Okay. Oh, dude. This is... we usually have our desk. This is a slightly different setup than what we usually have. Jay says, "Yo, cute puppy." Thanks, man. Yeah, she's run away now. Chanel's run away. Chanel might come back soon. She's our little Coastwood football mascot. That's for sure. Yeah, we usually have a desk set up with our backdrop and everything, but we're rocking the couch setup today with the TV, which is nice. And yes, Marcus, yeah, as we just mentioned before, yeah, Marcus asks, will you do any more live streams today? Yes. We will be live for England v Haiti. We will be live for England v Haiti, which again is kicking off at 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. 7:30. So I believe that's the morning in England. And I can't tell you what time it is elsewhere, but yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's Pamela's take. Says on South Africa, I think they can go far, at least around a 16. As long as the girls get out of the group stage, I have no problem whatsoever. I also think the Copper Queens can make history. I assume Copper Queens is Zambia. I'm actually not familiar with that nickname. I'm going to assume that's Zambia because their kits are sort of like a coppery orange color. Troy says, also, I'm getting a Mariners tattoo. When I go on holidays... I went to Sharks v Storm Grand Final in 2016 and also got a Sharks tattoo. Now it's time for the Mariners. Love it. Love it. Love it, mate. That's awesome. All right. Teams are returning to the field. Second half just around the corner. New one's coming on for Vietnam. So a substitution here. Will that mean a more attacking approach for Vietnam here in the second? We shall find out. We shall find out. Hopefully it does. From a neutral point of view, we want to see Vietnam go for this and try to get themselves back into this game. So here we go. USA to kick us off. We're underway. Second half. USA 2, Vietnam 0. It's not done yet. It's not done. We could be set for a big upset today. And USA are in. Oh my God. And almost. Was that Sophie Smith again? Who's on a hat-trick. She goes down to the box. USA went for that long ball. And again, Alex Morgan with a flick. And Sophie Smith, oh, what a chance. It's not a corner at all. It's just a really poor miss, unfortunately. Came off the side of the boot. Copper Queen is Zambia. There we go. Thanks, Andrew. Wow. So, bright start here for the USA in the second half. Sophie Smith, her first ever appearance in a World Cup. And she's looking for a hat-trick. Ooh, chance for Vietnam to attack down the left here. Fox is jockeying her well. And it breaks down. Sullivan brings it across. And a wayward pass from the back line. When USA make these mistakes, and they have made a couple today, it's important that Vietnam really capitalise on them. Micah says, I'll be back soon, USA don't score. Raiders says, I feel like the only USA supporter here. We've had a few people tuning from the US in our stream so far this week. Are you doing a live stream for England v Haiti? Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, Troy. We will be live for the watch-along of England v Haiti. Very excited for that one. Chance to drive forward here. Nice play. Down the left. Lindsay Horan can deliver. Oh, that looked like a handball. And it is. That should be a card, man. That should be a card. That looked deliberate. Vietnam defender just raised her arm to block that cross. That really should be a yellow card, right? DeMello's going to take this free kick for the US. Looking for a third here, the US. And you feel like a third goal would probably be enough to secure victory for them. I think as long as it's 2, the margin's 2, it's still a tiny bit on for Vietnam. The delivery's good, and the header just goes wide. Great chance. Great chance. Off target header. Troy says, I'll be going to work soon, so we'll be nice and chill to come back to. Yeah, for sure. Gurma goes back to the keeper. USA keeper has seen barely any of the ball. She just hadn't had much to do. Oh, is that a foul? Probably is a foul. Play on. Vietnam with a chance. Delivery's decent. A bit too short, though, unfortunately. And it's going to be cleared. USA defending with numbers here. They're really packed in for this throw-in. If Vietnam can get the switch on here, there's some space. They give it away, though. USA can break forward. Smith on the ball. This is a nice run. Now down the right for the US. Rodman looking to get in behind. Nice poke through from Rodman. The cross is decent to Horan, who misses. Oh my gosh, what a chance. That was a nice play, though. That was a really nice play. A Lindsay Horan strike goes wide. So, decent start to this half. Both teams looking to get through. What a play indeed. What a play indeed, Josh. Might be able to conjure something here again. USA, the cross is just ahead of the players. But Lindsay Horan able to regain possession. Can the US make another approach here into Vietnam's penalty area? Delivery's decent. Keeper can't claim it. Morgan goes for the header, but keeper will save that. So, USA still looking for that third goal. Pamela asks, how do you think South Africa and Zambia will do in the World Cup? Excited to see both of them in action. South Africa v Sweden tomorrow. Zambia v Japan later today. Don't know too much about them, but excited to see them both play. We know Zambia got a big upset victory in a friendly match against Germany the other week, 3-2, right? Where they scored right at the death to win that one. Oh, we are finally seeing... Oh my goodness. We are finally seeing the lines of the offside call from the first half. And that's so close. I want to see that. I want to see those lines again, man. Ruben says, OMG, that's offside. Actually, millimeters. It's literally millimeters, isn't it? It's basically like a 50-50 call. Like you could... I feel like either way you could go, right? And it's just so unlucky that Vietnam got the wrong call there. I feel like on another day, it could have been offside. You know, the lines are the margin is so small. It's a shame too, because like it's such a small margin and it affects the game so much, right? Like if it's still 1-0, like it changes the complexion of the game, right? Raider says later on in the tournament they need to start, I assume you mean executing on chances. The US, indeed they do. Indeed they do. Against like a real strong opposition, they definitely need to take their chances, the US. They are creating good opportunities. I think they're probably close to 20 shots now already in this game. And they only have 2 goals to show for it. Bit of a collision here between 2 Vietnam players. They're both down. So it's another US corner here, and DeMello has been the set-piece taker for the Americans. Let's have a look at this delivery here. It's good. It's very good. Headed away by Vietnam, though. Lindsay Horan. That's got to be a handball. It's play on. Handball call has been made now. Troy says this game is definitely a game of small margins. The scoreline doesn't do Vietnam justice, considering the way that they've defended and really played competitively. I feel like they absolutely deserve. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's tricky though because like they just haven't had anything in attack. That's the only thing. But defensively, I thought they've been solid. But it's going to be a matter of can they find a chance up front. Delivery's decent. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going in, dude. I thought that was going to go into Kim Tan's own net there, but it goes behind for another corner. It was an important punch there from the keeper too, because Alex Morgan was right there and she was going to head that in. Sullivan's delivery close to the keeper. Still on here. Horan hangs it up. And the keeper claims it. Well done, Kim Tan. Very well done indeed. USA 2, Vietnam 0, 10 minutes into this second half. Still plenty of time for Vietnam to turn this around. They do have possession now. And that's going to be a foul. And it's going to be a yellow card here. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be interesting to see a replay here of this challenge. It was Lindsay Horan. The Vietnamese player's down and it looks quite hurt. Is there any studs involved here? We get to see a reverse angle of that challenge. If the studs involved here, there's almost a question of a red card. I don't know. Am I reaching too far there? It didn't look too bad, but it almost looks like there was some studs there. Ruben says Vietnam's keeper is very good, given how short she is. Yeah, she's doing a good job. So, USA. They just win the ball back so quickly, the US too. They just spring forward so quickly, applying the pressure. Not allowing Vietnam any time on the ball to create. It's a similar thing that we saw with Spain yesterday. Just they press so quickly and win the ball back immediately. So, we're going handheld mode on the microphone here. Just easier. So, will USA find this third goal? We were talking earlier about goal difference and how that could come into play in this group, especially considering that Netherlands are in this group as well. And goal difference might determine who finishes on top. So they might need a third here, USA. They're definitely capable. They've created enough chances, the US, to be winning this game 4-5-0. Yeah. Troy asks, "What's for lunch, Lockie?" I just did a homemade burger. A good question. I don't know. We'll have to have a look afterwards. Hey. But yeah, we've got a few hours to kill, don't we, after this game? I think, what is it? Well, I think the Zambia-Japan game kicks off at 5, so we've got, like 4 hours to kill. So yeah, might go grab some lunch. Homemade burger sounds good, though. That sounds great. Another Vietnam player down injured here. Looks like she might be coming off. But it looks like she might be all right. So a long-range free kick here for the US. And a chance to break through for this third. You feel like it's coming. They've started strongly in the second half, USA. It just feels like a matter of time now. Sullivan to take for the US. Floating that ball in nicely. Lindsay Horan, her header glides into the goalkeeper's hands. And Vietnam can counter here. But it's cut off by Sullivan well. Fox down the right wing for Rodman, who's offside. Hogan, how's it going? Says, I feel bad for the Vietnam goalie. So busy. She's definitely seeing more of the ball than the US goalkeeper. That's for sure. US's goalkeeper I don't think has touched the ball at all. But she's doing well, and a great penalty save from Kim Tan earlier in the game as well. Josh, that's very wholesome of you, Josh. Says, I want to see how happy Vietnam will be if they score. If Vietnam score, the celebrations are going to go off, surely, right? It'd be huge. And there's a lot of Vietnam fans in the stands. We can see them. The red shirts are everywhere. Meanwhile, Vietnam are going to make a couple changes here at the hour mark. Tan Lee asks, how the US compare to Matildas? Yeah, it's an interesting one. In the past, USA have overpowered Australia. But on home soil, if that ends up being the final, which could well be, if Australia do make it that far, it's going to be interesting to see how they match up. I think USA, in terms of class across the entire pitch, probably just edge Australia a little bit. But with the home advantage, it would make for a really interesting contest to see USA v Australia, I reckon. So, couple changes for either side by the looks of things here. Vietnam are making a couple changes. And Megan Rapinoe is going to come on for the USA. As well as Lavelle. Megan Rapinoe, very iconic player. The blue hair. Alex Morgan's going to be coming from the field to be replaced by Megan Rapinoe, who's now being asked to leave from the other touchline. poor Alex Morgan. DeMello is going to be coming off as well. So, a couple changes here for the US, resting some players. So Lavelle and Rapinoe on to replace Morgan and DeMello for the US. Some strong players to bring on. So we can expect them to be pretty straight swaps here. Lavelle into midfield. Rapinoe playing in an advanced position as well. Vietnam. We just want to see them have a shot. Surely Vietnam can muster a shot here today. Rapinoe's first touch earns a throw. Bemla says, I'd celebrate too, to be honest. I'd celebrate too, absolutely, eh? We'd love it. We want this Vietnam goal. We want at least a shot, right? We want at least a shot. It's coming. It's gonna happen. Towards the end, this game will open up. And there'll be some counterattacks. There's been a couple wayward passes from the US in this game. This hasn't been a perfect performance from the US at all. The wayward passes are really letting them down here. On the broadcast here, they're showing these stats for the attempts on target, and apparently only 30% of USA's shots have actually been on target. Only 30%. Which, yeah, I mean, as sort of the narrative has been going here, against a stronger side might not be enough. Sophie Smith looks to pick out a teammate. Lindsay Horan. USA go all the way back again. Goma goes forward to Horan. Some space on the right here, potentially. It's Fox, whose cross is a bit deep. Josh says, but saying that Vietnam have defended well. They have. Yeah, they've been very strong at the back. So, I guess the scoreline, it's a combination of USA's inaccuracy, but also Vietnam's defense. They've blocked a lot of shots. They've stopped the USA getting through. 20 minutes played in this half so far. Still 2-0 to the USA over Vietnam. Should still only be 1-0. I mean, it really should be. Hey, Josh. It really should be. And, damn, like, the game would have been even more exciting. They're still in with a chance for Vietnam, but, like, imagine if it still was 1-0 at this stage. It'd be nervy for US, you know? It would be. Cross is decent. Chance for Rapinoe. Her shot goes wide, but to bring it back in, great chance here. Oh, my gosh, and she's missed. Great chance for Fox. How did she miss from there? You have to at least hit the target. And it backs up this narrative of USA's inaccuracy today. Cross was deep. Megan Rapinoe knocked it back in. And Fox just has to hit it there. I mean, she took... I don't know if she had to take that first touch. She chose to take it around that defender. Probably was the right decision, actually. Because it would have been blocked, I think. So another missed chance for USA. And Vietnam have owned a foul in the middle of the pitch. They need to be better. They need to be better. They need to be better later, says Raiders. Indeed. Indeed. This hasn't been the perfect performance from the USA. That's for sure. Vietnam. In the final third now. Here we go. Can we finally get a shot? Can we finally see a shot from Vietnam? Imagine if their first shot is a goal. Imagine the scenes if their first shot is a goal and they get one back. Wayward pass. They win it back. Oh, but why did they do that? Well, this almost works out. Fox can keep it in. They're going to press here, Vietnam. They're going to press here. USA have it right at the back here. USA can play their way out. Okay. Troy says, when I was coming home from Perth, I met a very friendly couple from Ireland who went to the game against us. There you go. Nice. There were a lot of Irish fans at the game, I thought. At the Australia Ireland game. There was actually a lot. It's a good turnout. Vietnam again in possession here. The long ball, probably not the right decision. Pretty easily cut off. And USA will play their way out again here. Lavelle in possession. Ooh, almost getting caught on it. Almost. They're making it a little bit difficult for themselves here today. USA. So, we'll come to 20 minutes remaining. 20 minutes for Vietnam to make a miraculous comeback. 20 minutes for USA to find another goal, which is more likely to happen, to be fair. But it's going to be interesting to see whether USA just settle for this lead, you know. At least Vietnam going up the field, says Josh. Yeah. at least they're getting up the field. You know, it's a good start, right? It's a good start. I want to see them be a bit more adventurous, though. I mean, you can see Vietnam playing with that's like a 5-4-1, basically. It's a 5-4-1. Oh, they've won the ball in the middle. And it's given away. So, I mean, the other thing that's letting Vietnam down is like how long they're actually in possession for. USA winning it back so quickly. But it's just some of these passes. If they were just a little bit slightly more patient on the ball here, Vietnam, allow the team to push up, it might work out better for them. Gurma for the USA, shifting the ball forward. Nice dummy there from Smith. Forward. Long ball's all right. Could be on here for Vietnam. No. Fox dribbling forward. Nice play. Good drive from Fox. Looking for Rodman, but that's going to go out of play. So, see what I mean? Like, I was talking about Vietnam's wayward passes. USA haven't been super clean moving forward. They haven't. Vietnam probably trying not to concede. It's a tricky thing, isn't it? It's a tricky thing, like a matter of like it's the finding that balance, isn't it? I think for Vietnam, it's just a matter of like holding out until like the final 10 minutes. I think the final 10 minutes is going to be key here. We've played 70 now. The final 10 minutes is going to be key. Lavelle into the box. Rapinoe! Oh my God. Surely has to score there. Another miss, dude. Inaccuracy from the USA. Letting them down. How has Rapinoe missed so poorly from there? How steered the target? Should have done better there, says Josh, indeed. Raiders us. Will you do all of USA games? I'm going to check the schedule, but I'm pretty sure I am. Yeah, we'll definitely be live for USA Netherlands. And I think we are. I think we are Raiders. I release my schedule every few days, so tomorrow I'll be releasing my schedule for the upcoming week. In the community tab, I'll put up like a little graphic, so you can keep an eye there if you want to keep up to date with the schedule. But yeah, should be doing the next couple of USA games as well. I've actually got tickets. Funnily enough, I just remembered. I've got tickets for if USA finish top of the group, I've got tickets for their round of 16 game in Sydney. So I'll be at the game. Yeah. USA missing so many chances, says Tan. Indeed. It's been quite poor in the second half, especially. Quite poor. And it's keeping the door just slightly ajar for Vietnam. Let's get Chanel back here. Let's get our dog mascot back here. Chanel. I don't think Chanel's there. Marcus says, the gods have blessed me. USA haven't scored. Yep. It's been a little while now since the US has scored. We're coming up to half an hour into this half, and USA still without a goal in this second period. Vietnam. Oh, this is a good ball. Down the left wing. Vietnam can counterattack. They need players forward. The runners are arriving late. The cross. Oh, man. That was a really promising position there. They got down the left wing, but the players are just like, they were making the run. The crosser just had to wait a couple seconds. That was better, though. Like, that through ball to the left wing was nice. Really, really nice. Does that count as a shot? I don't think so. Hey, but the keeper touched the ball, so. Dunn goes inside for Sullivan, who rolls it through. Smith can't keep that in. Another change being prepared here for the USA. It's going to be Rodman coming off, who doesn't look too happy to be coming off. She doesn't look happy about something. I don't know if it's about coming off or something else. But Rodman's leaving the field. And it's going to be Thompson coming on for the US. $15 minutes remaining. Looks like it's going to be a change as well here for Vietnam. Yun's coming off for Vietnam, the striker who hasn't seen much of the ball today. Unfortunately, haven't had much support up top. Hai Yen coming on for Vietnam. All right, 15 minutes for Vietnam to make their dream comeback. Will we witness a shot? We hope so. We hope so. Gurma. Look at the space. I mean, Vietnam just sitting at halfway, right, basically. Not pressing USA any further than that. I hope it changes in the last 10 minutes. I hope it changes. I hope they're able to shift forward a bit more. Forward play into the box. Sophie Smith cutting it back. Lindsay Horan finishes it off. That's number 3 indeed. USA 3, Vietnam 0. Nicely worked goal. And finally USA do find that third. That was good. That was good play. They finally found the back of the net. So, 3-0, which just about secures 3 points for USA. The long ball over the top was chased by Smith, and it has a mistake at the back there. The defender just not getting to it first. Smith sneaking in. And what a game she's played today. Sophie Smith, 2 goals and an assist. She's had a hand in all 3 goals. Raiders says, I'm honestly surprised they made that. Lindsay Horan has a decent finish too. She had a couple defenders in the way, but she curled it around very nicely. That's goal number 3 for the US. And 3 points. And that's most certainly too much for Vietnam to come back from now, unfortunately. My 4-0 prediction still stands. We could see a 4th here. There's still plenty of time. Horan's forward pass. That looked like a slip, but it's going to be a foul. That's a harsh call. That's a really harsh call. She was already slipping. She slipped as she turned there. 28th goal for the USA for Lindsay Horan. Very nice. Micah says, I was about to say that USA will probably go and score another goal. And they scored. It was a matter of time. They were very inaccurate before that, though, in this half. They were struggling to just find the target at all. But it took Lindsay Horan in the box. Rapinoe's with a long-range hit. Good effort. Just wide. Good effort. Hopefully Vietnam scores a consolation goal. Yeah, we'd love that. Even just a consolation. That long-range free kick from Rapinoe wasn't bad. Not bad at all. We are coming up to the final 10 minutes. Vinny's in the chat. How's it going, Vinny? Vinny football. I hope you're catching this game. Sophie Smith, well done again. Just shielding the ball through and earning her team a corner. What a game she's played today, Sophie Smith, off that left wing. Through the middle now, I think she's playing as a striker for the US. 2 goals, 1 assist. Not bad at all, eh? Not bad at all. Total Joker, how's it going? Says USA defense, very good. Had lots of attacking opportunities too. Indeed, you're right. Rapinoe played for Sydney FC in the past. Indeed, she did, Marcus. Long time ago now. But yeah, Megan Rapinoe, a long time ago. Since she played on the shores of Australia. Vinny just got back from my game. How'd you go, Vinny? You get the win? Near post, almost flicked on there. Going to be another corner, I think. From Ertz. Another corner here for Rapinoe. Delivering for the USA. A lot of jostling in the box here. Sophie Smith is getting smashed here. Surely the referee has to do something. There's a good chance of a penalty here if they keep that up. The USA player's gone down. They're asking for a penalty. Vietnam were defending very physically there. Goma sends it long. Delivery's all right. Vietnam can poke it away. 7-2. Very nice, Vinny. 7-2. Big win. You get any goals? Marcus lost 2-1. Sorry to hear that, Marcus. Close one. Rapinoe. That... Oh, my gosh. Rapinoe just took a shot from like 50 meters out on the wing. And it wasn't actually that far away. Maybe not 50 meters. Oh, it was a long way out, though. Right on the wing, though. I don't know if she was trying to make a cross. It looked like a shot, to be honest. It looked like a shot. Over 41,000 fans at Eden Park for this one in Auckland. Oh, so you relegated them. Vinny, you relegated them. Oh, my gosh. That's right, Troy. Rapinoe just shooting from anywhere now, eh? Just having a shot from anywhere. Couple long-range ones. They've gone wide. Chance here for the USA to find another. Delivery was decent. Lavelle. Fox is surely offside there. Indeed. Almost hit the crossbar from halfway. Damn. Couple final changes here for the US as well. Just some fresh legs to finish off this game. Total Joker asks, I don't know if you've ever said, but are you a fan of AFL and cricket? I'm a casual AFL fan. I'm a GWS Giants supporter. I don't really watch any cricket. Yeah, don't watch much cricket at all. But yeah, I casually watch AFL. But the round ball game's definitely number one. 2 assists though. Nice. Nice, Vinny. Good on you. Nice play on the wing there. O'Hara's coming on for the US, replacing Dunn at left back. Fox is coming off as well. So it's the two fullbacks who are coming off for the US. Both have played well. Fox has been good from right back. Huertas is coming on as well to slot in at right back. Have you ever watched American football? I have watched American football a little bit. I don't watch too much. I don't understand it entirely. I understand the basics. I'm sort of I'm a San Francisco 49ers fan, just because I had family that used to live in San Francisco. So I've got like a connection to it. So yeah, but I don't necessarily watch it that much. All right. Final stage of this game. We are keeping our fingers crossed for a Vietnamese consolation goal. Can we find it? USA, Smith, feeding Lavelle. Oh, that's got to be in. Did they go in? What a play. VAR will have a word. Is it a goal? Is it a goal? Possible 4-0 incoming. The shot from Lavelle. Oh, no, it's out. It's out. Yeah, it didn't bounce in at all. Bounced out. So close, though. Down off the crossbar, the shot from Lavelle. It was a nice play, too. Like, Smith again involved. She played the pass. And Lavelle's strike. I thought that bounced in real time. But, yeah, that's definitely out. Definitely out. Yeah. Troy says, I pre-ordered EAFC 24 and you get an A-League ball if available. Can't wait to play with it at my local park. Really? Wow. So you get an A-League ball comes with the pre-order. That's pretty cool. Nice, man. Four minutes remaining in regular time. Probably won't have too much injury time. There hasn't necessarily been many stoppages in this second half, aside from the substitutions. It's just been all USA now for this game. Vietnam have defended well. Sophie Smith trying to charge her way through. And it's going to be a free kick. Marquez also says, I can't wait for EAFC 24. I love the new additions. I'm keen to check it out too. I'm keen, it's the first it's a new era, if you like, moving away from the FIFA name, but should still very much be a similar game. Yeah, I'm keen to check it out. EAFC 24. It's not as fun to say like FIFA 24, like FIFA 23, FIFA 24. It's easier to say. It's like EAFC 24. It's a long name, isn't it? EAFC. Having another look at that replay of that potential goal, quite clearly did not cross the line. Not even close. Good opportunity though. Like just slightly, if that shot was slightly lower, would have bounced in for sure. Few minutes remaining. My injury time prediction is, they've been adding on a lot, so I'm going to say 5. I don't think it should be 5, but it might well be 5. Vinny asks, how do you feel about Sam Kerr being injured? It's a big blow. I think we really missed her in the Ireland game, and hopefully we get her back for that Canada game. We've heard that she's going to miss out for the Nigeria game, but yeah, we need her back. A bit of a stoppage here. Vietnam player down injured. They're in a decent position there too, hey. Mbappe, stay or leave PSG? I reckon leave. I feel like it's more likely that he's going to leave to, whether it is Real Madrid or somewhere else. Ooh, it was a heavy challenge too. O'Hara went flying in. Jeez, man. O'Hara... She's just come onto the pitch here, the left back for the USA. That was a really heavy challenge. Really dangerous. And like, if the studs were up a bit more, you're almost looking at a red card there. Might go to the Nigeria game. Yeah, tickets are sold out, but I got my Sydney tickets off resale. It's good to have like a resale platform for tickets. So, yeah, you might have to sneak some in. Vinny reckons 9 minutes of extra time. We'll see. We're entering the final minute of regular time here. O'Hara is just being spoken to by the ref, but I don't think a booking was brandished. I didn't see one. Dangerous challenge, though. Pretty unnecessary area of the pitch to make that challenge, too. USA weren't necessarily under pressure. A fourth could be coming here for the USA as we enter injury time. Player of the match, for me, certainly has to be Sophie Smith. I don't think anyone can have any arguments with that. 2 goals, 1 assist. And she's been so threatening all day. Does 4-0 still stand? I reckon it's still on. Let's see how much injury time we're going to have. It's ticking over now. We're into injury time. Ball forward here. Nice pass. Again, it breaks down here. 9 minutes? Vinny, did you see the future? There's 9 minutes. Where did we get 9 minutes from? There was... What? My goodness me. 9 minutes. Okay, well, we've got a lot of football to go. We could easily see a fourth goal here. Pamela asks, are you going to do a live stream for the Sweden v South Africa game? Yes, we will be. That is one of the games we will be doing a live watch along for. Yes. Shot stats on the broadcast: 26 for the US, 0 for Vietnam. Very one-sided, which wasn't too surprising. But still only 3-0. 9 minutes exactly, yeah. Did you see Raw's new supporter? Asks Vinny. Yes, Outcast. All right. New supporter of Brisbane Raw. It's a new sponsor. And, yeah, Vinny, you got that spot on. You were like, I think 9 minutes of extra time, and it was bang on. Yeah, and I said like 5, and I thought that was pushing it. I was like, it won't be more than 5. It's 9. We've had like substitutions. There was like a brief injury just a moment ago. There hasn't been any VAR checks except for like checking the potential goal, but that lasted like 20 seconds. And I don't think there's been like any major injuries this half, right? 9 minutes. Anyway. Hey, I'm not complaining. It means more football. Let's get Chanel in here. Chanel, come. Come here. Come here, Chanel. Come on. I love. Oh. Chanel the dog is back, everyone. Our Coast Watch football mascot. Very excited about catching the final minutes of this game. Okay. I think it was the subs. I mean, there were plenty of substitutions to be made. That were made, to be fair. Okay. So 9 minutes total to be played. Vietnam have defended admirably today. Defending very well. Dog is so cute. Yeah, there we go. She's in camera, isn't she? Yeah, okay. Now she's just sitting in my lap. Very nice. You can just see the top of her head on the camera here. All right, Smith, edge of the box. Smith still, dude. What a way to kick off her World Cup debut if she earned her hat trick here. She deserves it. She's played really well. 3 minutes have ticked by now. 6 remaining. Lavelle hangs it up. Nicely controlled by Horan. Lindsay Horan. Sophie Smith still on. Lindsay Horan. Someone have a shot. They're trying to find the gap, but there's like 7 Vietnamese players in the box. Was there any time wasting? Asked Vinny. Not that I can recall. Not that I'm... Yeah, I can't remember any. Chanel's gone. All right, down the left, O'Hara feeding Rapinoe. Good chance. Well done with the slide tackle there, but it's going to be a corner here for the US. Hunting this 4th goal, which don't forget, even though the win's done, the goal difference could be crucial. A 4th goal here might be valuable here for the US. When it comes down to goal difference, considering that their matchup with Netherlands will be tough. Could end in a draw. Delivery is decent, but no one's attacking it for the US. Germa goes long, a bit too long, headed away. USA still looking threatening here. Building nicely. It breaks down though. Okay. Four minutes remaining. 4 minutes remaining between Vietnam and USA. It's been a dominant performance from the Americans. Sophie Smith, the star of the game tonight. Today. I keep forgetting it's daytime. It's so great having games during daytime. 4 games coming up. Well, 3 games coming up. This is the first of 4 games today. We're going to be live tonight for England v Haiti. England v Haiti tonight. We're going to be live for that one. Will Vietnam have a shot? Asked Tan Le. That's the question that we're all wondering. Surely, right? Surely. Vietnam head coach checking his stopwatch again. I love that. So old school. Takes me back to primary school. Got the old stopwatch out. It's tonight for me. That's right, Raiders, yeah. The wonderful thing of time zones. Nighttime over in the States. Middle of the day here in Australia. Nice delivery. Level's header goes over the bar. The cross was really nice. Lindsay Horan's had a great game today as well in midfield. She's conducted a lot of things for the Americans. And that beautifully weighted ball. But Lavelle just couldn't get over it. Just a bit too high. So Zambia, Japan coming up later today. We'll be live for England v Haiti in a few hours' time. And then, to finish us off for this match day, will be Denmark v China. How did she miss that indeed? Yeah, that was a bad miss. That was crucial, says Raiders. So despite the dominant performance from USA, this has been far from perfect. And as we keep saying, if they come up against a stronger opposition, which they will be next up against Netherlands, they need to take their chances because they've been a little bit wasteful. Vietnam in possession here with 2 minutes to go. Can they finally break forward? Again, the pass just isn't quite accurate, but they could win it again here. There's a chance to attack down the left. Will we finally see a shot for Vietnam? They can cut it back. Does that count as a shot? It was a cross that flew straight into the hands of the keeper. I don't think you can call that a shot. I don't think you can call that a shot, unfortunately. Great run down the left. And again, it was a similar situation. I mean, just the teammates just arriving far too late. They have to attack together, Vietnam. They have to move forward together if they're going to score goals at this tournament. Great chance. But that can't be a shot, surely. I think this is going to end in nil shots for Vietnam. Final minutes of injury time. Do you think the USA will do better the next game? I think so. I mean, maybe it's, after just getting this win, getting this first game into their legs, they'll be more comfortable, you'd expect, in the next match. Good delivery here. Lindsay Horan, her strike has gone very high indeed. Far too many wayward shots for the USA today. They got to clean that up. And if they can do that, then they'll be successful at this tournament. Don't forget, we'll be live in how many hours' time? Just over 6 hours' time. We'll be live once again for England v Haiti. So make sure you're there for that one. Troy says, I'm off to work. See you for the England live stream. Troy, hope your work shift goes well, mate. And I'll catch you tonight in the stream. Megan Rapinoe goes down in the box. Looks like we're playing on. O'Hara whips it in. That might be full time. It's been a really, really impressive performance from the US overall, you got to say. Full time, USA 3, Vietnam 0. Impressive performance from the Americans. Vietnam went that whole game without a single shot on goal. It was relaxed. It was chill at the back for the USA. They didn't have too much to worry about. And they need to really improve in the next game, Vietnam. USA need to improve just a little bit more. I think it's going to be tough for them against a stronger side, but 3-0, a good result for them to kick off the tournament. Leo in the chat says, Sophia Smith, what a player. Fantastic performance today from Smith. Definitely player of the match. 2 goals, 1 assist. She's going to be massive in this tournament. Really, really impressive today. So USA 3, Vietnam 0. We're going to be live in about 6 hours' time for the live watch along of England v Haiti. 2 other games coming up today, Japan v Zambia and Denmark v China. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. And I'll catch you guys in some streams coming up as well. We'll also be live tomorrow for Sweden v South Africa, if you want to catch that one also. Thanks so much for tuning in, as I mentioned. My name's Lockie. This is Coastal Football.